Say hi, honey.
Hi.
Surprise! Live stream. Oh, you're really wiggly. Are they that wiggly? You're not live yet.
It still says I'm waiting for you.
Okay. We might have to change our mounts up a little bit. And wait for some people to join because we got nobody.
2 people.
Because I didn't schedule it. I just did it. Is it super wiggly?
It is. Kind of. Not super, but a little wiggly.
Everybody.
Super quiet. Nobody talks then.
You gotta turn your volume off.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I think this was the first time I'd done this.
You would think. So about a month ago, or a little over a month ago, we did a live stream while we were going to dinner. We went to dinner again tonight and are on our way home. And I thought, hey, let's do it again, because that worked out pretty well. So I've got the phone hanging on the windshield there. I'm driving and just going to talk. Maddie is going to read me the questions as you guys write them. Let me know if you can hear us okay and if it's too wiggly. I don't know if there's much I can do about it, but my mount's not super secure apparently.
Thanks for the happy birthday.
Yep.
Is it snowing? It is not.
So we went to dinner tonight, kind of to celebrate my wife's birthday. It was a treat from her mom, and her birthday was a couple of days ago.
Groundhog's Day. Hey, how's things going on the tractors, says Tyler.
Things on the tractor. So we kind of hit a standstill this week. I don't know why that keeps dipping down. We got the 8430 done earlier this week. I'm waiting on that cab kit to come on the 8300, which actually it did come today, but it was right as I was leaving, so we didn't get to do anything with it. So we'll work on that on Monday, and then the 8300 should be done, basically. And we got to bring the 9R into the shop next week. That's the plan. So once we get that done, then we're pretty well done with tractors and can start focusing on planters or something else in the meantime.
How much snow did we get?
Yeah, they hyped this storm up to be the storm of the century, and we ended up with 8, 9, maybe 10 inches. I don't know. It doesn't seem that bad to me. I didn't think it was all that much, but we did get a lot of snow. It just took time, and it wasn't that big of a deal.
Are you coming to Louisville for the farm show?
Right, so I haven't decided entirely yet. I would really like to go to Louisville for the farm show. However, we have a few things going on here that makes that a little bit of a challenge. Number one, we're trying to move into our new house, hopefully that weekend. I don't know if it's going to happen that weekend yet or not, but that's what I'm hoping for. And also, the 16th is one of our children's birthdays on the Wednesday of the farm show, so I kind of need to be around for that too. So
Graysonator will be 4.
Yep. I'm going to try something here.
For all the happy birthdays. When is the new shed going up?
New shed. They delivered it earlier this week. And I haven't gotten a firm date on when they're coming to install it, assemble it, build it, whatever you want to call it. But Dad talked to the builder a week and a half ago, and they had a job they were finishing up in another town. Then I think they had one more, and they were coming to us. I'm hoping by the middle of the month they'll be there, and maybe by the end of the month we'll have a barn and we can put some stuff in. That would be awesome.
Holy cow, somebody got 24 inches in Indiana.
Oh yeah? Where at in Indiana?
We are leaving Fort Wayne right now.
Yeah, we went to Fort Wayne tonight, not Toledo. Maybe we'll put it up there. No, that's not good.
When do you expect the house to be done?
Yeah, so I'm hoping in 2 weeks. Tentatively, that weekend of the 18th, I'm hoping that we can start moving. It'll probably be the following weekend, but that's kind of the ballpark guess right now.
We are on the wrong side of the water to get lake effect snow.
No.
What'd you say?
We're on the right side. Depends on which water you're talking about. Lake Erie, yes, we're on the wrong side of it. Lake Michigan, we're on the right side, but we're too far away. You got to go west of us and a little bit north to get lake effect snow from Lake Michigan.
When are you trading the 8400 and 8430 for a tractor week?
Well,
stay tuned.
No, there's a problem. The problem with doing that and trading 2 in on 1 is Phil is convinced that we need a backup tractor. In my mind, it would make a lot of sense and do it of some sort, upgrade that one, because it's got 5,300 hours on it. That's enough for us to think about doing something different. However, Phil thinks we should keep that tractor in case the 8R or whatever said new tractor we got broke down. We would have a capable backup. His 8300 is not capable of running our planters. It's not capable of pulling our side dress bar or really running the disc or any of the tillage and stuff. Any of the major field work that we're doing, the 8300 is just not big enough. It doesn't have enough hydraulic capacity. It doesn't have enough electrical capacity to be able to do those jobs. And so it's not a good backup tractor. He's not wrong on that. But yeah, I don't know. So he thinks we should trade the 8300 if we were going to do something, but there's a huge difference in how much those tractors are worth. So plus equipment is stupid expensive right now, both new and used stuff. It's hard to find, it's hard to get. So we're still figuring that out, thinking about things. We did buy a lot of stuff last year. We just bought a combine. We'll get there.
You should completely ignore the "you're mean rock trolls." They are knuckleheads.
But it's fun to call them out, right? Like, I get it, and I know most of you think that way, but there are some of the people who watch my videos that legit think that I am too mean to him, and apparently have stopped watching my videos because of it, which I just find hilarious and fascinating, and I'm sure the rest of you do too, so that's why we're going to call him out. Like, whatever.
He can be kind of mean sometimes.
I'm not mean to Brock.
Well, when I was first dating you and you were coaching, I thought you were a mean coach.
Well, that's different. But here's
but you're the same way with Brock sometimes.
Well, that's because Brock was a basketball player. Here's the thing with 7th grade boys, right? You can ask them and tell them what to do all you want until you get mean and in their face and yell at them. They don't listen to you.
Were you JV though?
Well, not.
When I was dating you.
Was that my last year?
Yeah,
last year I did JV, but I did 7th grade 3 years before that. I quickly found out when I was coaching 7th grade basketball that once you yell at them, they actually respond and do stuff. I don't.
Unlike our children.
I don't like being mean to them, but you have to. So, whatever. I'm not mean.
Sometimes.
Brock today, he was at work today, and what did he tell me? Something like. Oh, he asked me if I wanted him to apologize on video for whatever because I lost a subscriber. And I'm like, dude, no, we're good.
Brock, way to be politically correct.
Read that.
Oh, they're asking me if I am happy with the house and the speed you are getting things done.
I'm getting things done, or just we in general?
You, and then the laughing, crying emoji.
I am getting lots of stuff done, thank you.
You are. I am. I mean, I would have loved to be in before Christmas or by my birthday. It didn't happen. I actually have not been, like, super anxious or jumping the gun to, like, get in there. I mean, I understand it takes time. And would I like to be done sooner? Yes. But we still have a lot of packing and things to do in our house. So, you know, we'll get there. Did you hear about that fertilizer plant fire in North Carolina?
Is that the guy that shared that with me? Somebody, I don't know if it was
Jeremy Bowman.
No. Somebody sent me an email about it. I did see it. Sounds like a bad deal. I didn't.
Oh, John Wayne?
Yeah.
He said it was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. 85 miles south of it.
Yeah, I did see that. Crazy.
Somebody said we're buffering, but I haven't seen that.
Sorry.
David Ruff Jr., 1999. Keep up the great videos, sir.
Thank you.
Thumbs up.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it very much.
How wide is your clothes rack dryer cabinet? I was looking at a louvered vented wood doors on Google today.
Right. It's like 15 inches wide, I think. Something like that. I'd have to look at the specs again.
Do you want a door on it?
Well, you're not supposed to put a door on it because it needs airflow and movement. And I get the louvered, you would still get some airflow. But it's in a laundry room. I don't really care what it looks like, right? It's not a big deal.
It doesn't bother me, and I don't think we need a drain. It'll be just
The
fine.
clothes should not be sopping wet when you put them on there. She dries clothes on a rack now, or just hangs them all over her house. So we don't need a drain in our floor now.
They're not all over our house.
Every back of a chair leaves the door to the dryer open. Bed everywhere.
Stop. Jeez. Okay. Are you going to be the last bidder on the upcoming land auction nearby?
Is that Bert?
Garrett Masters.
It is unlikely that we will be the last bidder. We have seen that. So there's a farm for sale. It's about, I don't know, maybe a mile away from our home farm there. The problem is, well, there's lots of problems. One, land is selling really high right now, which, fine. But that particular farm is not great dirt. We farm right next to it. We have the farm literally right next door. It's high ground. It drains in probably 4 or 5 different directions, but there's little to no tile in it. And so whatever you paid for it, you better plan on $1,500 an acre on top of that for tile and to bring the fertility levels up. And so that gets pretty pricey right there. And then knowing that ground about 10 miles away sold for $13,000 an acre, almost 14, like a month ago, we would be buyers under $5,000, maybe even under $6,000. But the one neighbor I talked to a couple weeks ago, or fertilizer chemical salesman, said he thought it would go for close to 10.
Oh,
and we're not buyers at 10 grand. We're not buyers at 7 grand an acre for that ground. It's just not that good a ground, and it needs too much work, and it's only 70-ish or not even tillable acres out of 95, so you got a lot of wooded ground that's just not useful for anything. It's highly unlikely that we will be the last bidders.
Isn't that why you heat the garage to hang clothes? Oh wait, you have a basement now.
Yeah, something like that.
Dwayne says he likes your videos about the new house and farming. They're great.
Good. I know it's something different, but sometimes shop work all winter gets a little boring too. So.
I enjoy the new house videos.
Of course
I
you
also
do.
enjoy our children in the videos. Jason Luke says Nathan is way too mean to Brock. Brock should come work with him.
Yeah. I'll let him know you're hiring. I did ask him if he knew anybody else, and he's like, no, I don't.
Any chance of us being able to watch a meeting with you and your dad talking about the seed plan?
No, because Dad has nothing to do with it. Doesn't want anything to do with it. The closest I could give you to that is some of the discussions that we've been having the last few days about where to plant wheat this fall and trying to acres plan for the following year a little bit for 23 crop year. But Dad, he has no part in hybrid variety selection or any of that stuff. He completely leaves it up to me, which is nice of him. Perfect.
Find much improvement with the flip over reel on the new head.
I didn't run it at all in the green stem soybeans and the stuff that was causing me trouble early in the year. So I can't say that I noticed a ton, but I never had it wrap on the flip over reel. So, I mean, maybe.
Samuel likes the flooring you put down. It will always be something you and your dad did together.
Absolutely. It is very, very cool.
See, I wish more women watch these videos because they would appreciate this hanging clothes dryer thing. Because it is awesome.
Yep. Okay. Put them in the dryer and push the button.
Okay, but sometimes you have sweaters that you don't want shrunk or nice dress pants that clothes will stay good longer if you do not dry them.
Is that right?
Yes, it's different for guys' clothes. I have dress clothes for work.
Let's see. I do not have dress clothes for work.
Yeah, we know. Ripped jeans that need thrown away.
Hey, they don't know that. They can't see my jeans in the videos.
So just make sure the shirts don't have holes in them.
My jeans are getting worn out. A lot of them.
Yeah, we need to invest in some new ones. Did you you buy the house and the warehouse land from the corporation?
Yes. Yes.
Round sold about 10 mics North Square, 80 tilled, went for $17,800
Where?
last week. Investor bought it. 10 mics?
10 miles.
Oh, 10 miles North Square.
North.
Square 80. Alan Walters.
Oh, must be north of him. Where is that, Alan? Anyway, next.
All right. Just some happy late birthdays.
Oh, are we all caught up?
Yep, I like
Oh.
it all. Been there from the get-go.
Cool.
I'm not running clotheslines all over my basement. We're not gonna hang dry everything either. Might want to put a small fan in that drying closet.
Well, that's why it's not going to be a closet. There's not going to be a door on it so that it doesn't have that
clothes will
stagnant
still
air
get
and get
dry.
moldy and stuff.
It'll be fine. Y'all are very concerned about this.
It's the topic of the day.
Got any more questions for us? Do you rotate your plot?
Yes, so my plots switch places every year. The corn and the beans, so they're in a rotation. There is consideration of planting wheat in one of those two fields soon, which means I'll need to find a third spot for a plot, but we can figure that out.
Vent question mark. I think they needed that.
For the water or drying thing. No, there's no vent.
Exact emerge conversion kit company.
Nope. I would love to have an exact emerge planter. But I can plant all of my corn in 8 days. Do I really need a faster planter? No.
You need to deal with Ariat. Is that how you say that?
Ariat
For jeans.
for jeans. There you go. Yeah, Brian's got to deal with Ariat for boots and
I've
stuff.
never even heard of them.
They make boots, work clothes. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Do you get Brock a lot of crap?
I mean,
Hey Brock, whenever Nathan is mean to you, go down to his seed warehouse and just steal some golden harvest.
it's locked. You can't get in.
I could probably hook you up.
Yeah, I mean, Brock and I like to joke around, and I like to give him a hard time when he deserves it, and he does it right back, and it's fun. If you guys can't have fun in your work environment, like,
Yeah,
what's the point? So yeah, we joke around, we have a good time. It's all in good fun. He does a good job most of the time, and he's still young. He's only been around for a little over a year. He's got a lot to learn. He's still learning, but he's willing to do so, and most of the time. Day one, when he came to ride with me that first day when we were harvesting last fall, or a year and a half ago, I said, if you want to do well here and you want to work for me, I have one thing that you need to do, and that is be willing to learn. Don't come in here and act like you know everything and know how to do everything. Let me teach you, if nothing else, just the way that I want things done. And he's been pretty good about that, and so, you know, I try and let him do his own thing sometimes, like when he changed or fixed that O-ring in that tractor and doing that oil and stuff. Like, he did it. I was busy working on my floor. It wasn't how I would have done it. It wasn't necessarily the right way to do it, but he got it done. It didn't matter, so let him do it.
It's like the kid brother you never had. You thought
Sort
Anna
of.
was going to be a boy,
I mean,
and she wasn't.
don't say that.
If Nathan wasn't so mean to Brock, we wouldn't be harping on the drying rack. Oh, Alan says East Central Illinois.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. 17,000 an acre.
Put the
Crazy.
third plot on your other side of the house.
Well, yeah, but I like to keep that whole field one crop, and it wouldn't be enough room between the house and the tree line over there for much. So actually, the last time I had this happen, I did it across the road, and that worked pretty well, where I had my double crop beans this year.
Have you ever been to Brian Brown's farm?
I have not been to Brian Brown's farm.
I'm sure he would like to go though.
I wouldn't mind going, but I've never actually talked to Brian. I've sent him some Instagram messages and stuff back at one point when I was trying to find him at the Ohio Farm Show, Farm Science Review, and didn't run into him. I ran into his dad and his brother, but yeah, I should probably look more into doing some of those collaborations and stuff. Yeah, I've commented on his live streams, but
and he's responded to things.
Yeah, but I'm doing that with these guys right now, and they've never met me either. It's the same thing. So
look, Taylor here hang dries his jeans, and good idea tip with a dehumidifier near his laundry room, and they are dry super quick. Mine take a while. I don't have a dehumidifier though. So.
We have a dehumidifier. It's running in the basement right now.
Oh well, maybe I'll just have to figure something out then. Are bee trains much of a thing around you with the speed of hauling time?
Yeah, not right where we're at, because we're right on the state line, and you can't run bee trains in Ohio. So the guys in Michigan run them some that are hauling exclusively in Michigan, but most of the people right close to us are going into Ohio because a lot of the markets in Ohio are better, and so we couldn't run them anyway. We do haul a fair amount up to the ethanol plant to the north in Michigan that technically we could run bee trains up there, but you got a lot of money invested just to haul to one location, so we wouldn't really be able to use them in the fall very much.
I don't even know what bee trains are.
Double semi-trailers, heavy. You can haul like 160,000 gross instead of 80,000, I think.
Alex says, go down there and use the signs all willy-nilly, but then Nathan would just make rock.
What signs? My plot signs? No, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
See, Taylor does not like his clothes to shrink either. Thank you. I'm glad somebody understands.
Maybe that's why all my shirts don't fit on it.
Not because you're tall or anything and only wear a large, and so they're about too short anyway. Then everything else is baggy, so...
You guys can blame all the plumber's crack on her because she shrank my shirts.
He wears a large and he is 6'4". Who does that? You need like tall.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be swimming in my clothes. If I wear an extra large, it's way too big.
How's the new baby edition doing?
What new baby edition? No, I mean, the baby's growing. If you missed the last live stream, I haven't really talked about it on my normal videos yet, but my wife is pregnant. We are having a baby the end of May.
23 weeks, and it's a...
girl.
Yes.
Which we are super excited about.
We are very excited.
So I did talk about this in the last live stream, so it's not breaking news tonight. But for some of you, it probably is.
We also... I asked him if he would be okay if this was our last one. He said, well, if she's super awesome, then we have to have another one. Which I don't know if I agree with that, but...
But if it's like our other two...
Stop. They're awesome, too. Much lighter ground near me went for 12,000.
Yep.
Alan says, farmers bought all 3 tracks, 160 acres. No way a young guy can get started or add on.
Pretty hard, isn't it? Buy 100 acres at $10,000 an acre, it's $1 million.
300 some odd acres sold for under 10,000.
Still $3 million.
Are we gonna have a Brock cam again?
Yeah, I mean, Brock's in today's the video that'll post tomorrow a little bit. I don't know about a full day Brock cam again, but we'll see. He oh yeah, I get it because I canceled it the other day. Yeah, I forgot.
Jeremy Mullen, $6.99.
Which, oh sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
By the way, when I complained about Brock not restocking my fridge the other day, it wasn't that he drank the last Dr. Pepper. It was that he drank the last cold Dr. Pepper from the fridge. There were 2 cases sitting on top of the fridge, and he just didn't fill it back up.
I was going to say, he had to have something.
I have it. It's right there. It just was sitting on top of the fridge and not stocked and cold, and I didn't know it was empty.
It's one of his nice subscribers.
He swears that he didn't do it.
I don't believe it was his mom either. So
but I don't know where they went, because when I took mine that morning, there was 2 left. I did not take the last one. I never take the last one without refilling it.
Maybe you have amnesia.
No. I wonder if my dad took it. I don't know.
Jeremy Mullen, $6.99. Grab you and the wife a coffee for the ride home.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
If I drank it right now, I would not sleep.
Yeah, we don't drink coffee at night. Just like I don't drink Dr. Pepper after
But maybe
5
I'll get
o'clock.
one in the morning. Fun to give each other crap. We agreed. These people couldn't get the financing. They sold it ASAP. That was hard. Yeah. Does your dad have any pan work to do?
Some this summer we're gonna try and do. So our wheat fields all look like crap, really. But we'll see once things green up this spring and start warming up what our wheat crop looks like and how much of the wheat is gonna get tore out versus keep it and harvest it. But we do have a couple of land improvement projects planned for the summer after the wheat comes out. So yes, we will be doing more of that.
Did we already ask this? If so, I forgot. When will they start the storage shed?
Yep, so the barn, all the pieces are there, I believe, and I don't know exactly when it's going to go up or when they're going to come to build it, but we're hoping within 2 to 3 weeks they'll be there. Maybe by the end of the month we'll have a barn to park stuff in. I don't know. We'll see.
Where did you order the cab kit from? I've got a couple from Shout.
Yep.
They seem like they don't last long.
Really? So I got mine from Fair, F-E-H-R, F-E-R-H. I don't know, either that. Fair Cab Interiors. They were about $100 cheaper than Shoop, and from what I understand, Fair makes them and Shoop sells them. Like they're the same kit, it's just Fair makes them. There was another place that I just found. After I ordered them, but it's this tractorinteriors.com or something like that. I don't know, and they were cheaper yet, but I don't know anything about them. I'd never heard of them until I bought this one from Fair and then started seeing their Facebook ads pop up on my Facebook newsfeed.
So now everyone's giving us crap and telling us you need to get large, tall shirts.
Yeah, but they don't exist. Like, I try.
Yeah, it's true. And I've even bought him like dress shirts that are tall too, and they still seem kind of short.
Right.
So we know we try, but thanks for the tip. See, Big Al says his wife would love the drying rack. One of their bathrooms is a drying rack.
Somebody emailed me today wanting to know where we got it from. I should have called them people and asked them to sponsor my channel. Dang it. I'm going to sell a bunch of drying
Didn't I
racks
find it
for
on like
them.
Pinterest or something?
I don't know where you found it. You sent the link to me. And
okay. Put heat AC duct in the drying closet.
there's actually a duct right next to it. Like not a return, but a duct. So there'll be plenty of air movement. I'm not worried about that.
No big fancy gender reveal party.
Nope. Not for the third one.
So we did a gender reveal party, but we didn't make it really big. We just invited some family over for Rylan, and
Oh, that was a big deal. For the first
it
one.
was not that big of a deal. It could have been a way bigger deal. It was not.
Okay.
We lit off fireworks.
Yep.
The first one was white to psych everybody out. And they were mad. But then there was a blue one, and yay. Okay. Guess you haven't been too busy with the house and farming. Congrats on the girl. They are great. One girl has as much trouble.
Thanks for that.
Look, somebody else only dries their socks and underwear, not their clothes. 3 girls and a boy. Girls are easy young, not looking forward for teenagers. My son is a madman like his father is 18 months. Told you might need one more bedroom, especially if a girl.
We have it. We have an extra bedroom.
We do, and she gets her own bathroom.
We kind of planned for this. 'Twas the idea.
Yes. Oh, someone says Ohio State or Sparty, choose only one.
I can't
That's
choose one,
sad.
and if I am going to choose one, depending
No.
on the sport and what we're talking about, it's going to be Ohio State 90% of the time. But I root for both adamantly and vehemently, and yeah, all the time.
That new fireplace thingy hanging in the bedroom needs some of that dark walnut trim around
You think?
it.
You just build a case around it. There you go.
Do you think you guys will have a wet spring?
I have no idea. There is people that think that because, well, actually, there's a lot more thoughts that we're gonna have a drought next year because of how wet we've been this fall, and things average out, right? You always hit your average, whether that's yeah, I don't know. So last year we had a fairly dry spring, or at least part of it. We were able to get stuff done, especially early. We could use really that. Wet, wasn't it? Well, it was dry in March, and then we had a little bit of a dry spell the end of April, and then it got wet towards the middle of May for a couple of weeks, and it was cold. And then it warmed up and dried out, and we were able to finish planting and got everything done reasonably. So it wasn't a bad spring last year. I would take a repeat of it in a heartbeat. We've got a lot of spring tillage that's going to need to get done because we didn't get it done this fall. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
How did we meet?
How did we meet? Mutual friends. Well, my mutual friend and her cousin.
Yep.
Kind of.
Set us up.
Yep. I knocked on her door. She was driving by one day.
The rest is history.
there's a door. Let's go knock on it.
Oh, goodness. If you're having a girl invest in precious metal, like brass cased ammunition. With your education, he's asking me, and business knowledge, do you contribute to the farm business / management? Not really. I would, but I don't know if it's welcome.
Yeah, she'll get more involved probably in the future, but right now we have lots of different people involved with me and my dad and 2 uncles, and it's just crowded to add somebody else in. As the previous generation to me keeps transitioning out, and it's all on me because I don't have any brothers or siblings or cousins that are involved or want to be involved. I'm gonna need some help, so we'll get there.
Is Brian Ford able to get new vehicles yet? So yes, we do get new vehicles in, and as soon as they're on the lot, they are gone. People buy them like that. It's crazy. So
they have like one right now.
Yeah, except we get them in, and then they are already sold. So we have more than one. It's great to have boys first so they can protect their little sister.
Yeah, let's hope they're in a protective mood for the next 10 years. I somehow doubt it.
I think they're going to be good.
Maybe in 15 to 20 years, but not in the next 10.
I want to see the wife filming herself cutting the grass this summer. No, you don't.
She doesn't cut grass.
I've done it twice. My allergies are terrible. It's not worth it.
She'd be fine.
I'll make him miserable.
What else is new? See, I do it to my wife too. It's not just Brock.
Rude. Okay, rude. Would you plant March beans again, given the opportunity?
Absolutely. If I get a chance. Now, weather dependent and ground conditions dependent. Ground conditions are more important than temperature. I would do it in a heartbeat, and I would do more than 17 acres. Like, I would plant into 80 if I could. I would do things a little bit different. I would try and do a little bit better job with the tillage practices and the herbicides and trying to keep everything the same. But yeah, no doubt about it, I would do it.
Real sugar Dr. Pepper or Dr. Pepper with corn syrup?
Corn syrup. I don't like the sugar stuff. And I don't know that I've ever had a real Dr. Pepper with real sugar, but I've tried the Pepsi and stuff, and it's not as good. I don't like the sugar. And everybody can complain about high fructose corn syrup all they want, but it's freaking delicious.
It's okay, Taylor. We won't tell the ladies that you're talking about laundry, but I'm sure they don't mind. Somebody said they know you're a Southern Comfort fan. Try Dr. Pepper with wild turkey and tell me.
How do you know that? Have I said that on YouTube?
I don't know.
Who said that?
Eric Bertrand.
Yeah, he's been a follower for a long time. Maybe.
Have you had wild turkey before?
No, I don't know if I've ever.
My dad likes wild turkey.
I think I do remember talking about this in one of my live streams before. Somebody asked me. Yeah, SoCo and Coke is my drink of choice usually.
Current house on the market.
Current house is closing on Monday.
Woo woo!
We've got to go 8 a.m. Monday morning and sign the papers. And then we have 30 days. So let's get our house ready.
Any names for the little girl?
We're working on a list. It includes about 2 right now.
He already vetoed one of mine.
I did.
And I feel
I
like
didn't
he
really
picked
say
both
veto.
of the boys' names. I don't like it.
I just said I don't like it. I didn't really veto it.
Okay,
yet.
well that means veto because you can't name your kid a name you don't like. One of you doesn't like.
Yeah. So with our boys, we have Rylan and Brayson, right? And so they're not weird names, but they're also not super common. And I like that. And I would try and do that again with the girl if we can.
Yes, I agree. That's our only criteria.
So
I like
not
having,
common, but not weird.
I like having different initials for the kids too, not all the same.
I told her it has to end in an N.
Nope.
Because Rylan and Brayson and Nathan all end in an N, and she's the weirdo.
Okay, thanks.
But that's sort of hard to do.
There's cute girl names that end in an N, but...
Okay, well, then let's talk.
Well, no, it doesn't need to be. I'm not letting that be a stipulation. Okay. Pulling for the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl this year.
Yes, we
Why
are.
not?
Absolutely, we are. Mostly because it's like Ohio State South. They have 5 starters that played for Ohio State. I think they're all starters, but at least 5 players.
Yes, boys or girls, they can all be great if raised right, which we're trying. Let's just say.
Why is this car driving?
You can tell teen boys sniffing out the daughter. We farm land that is not ours and have a backhoe. That's terrible. Is Brock still employed? Hashtag Dr. Pepper P.
For now. See if he lets it happen again.
Good thing that well and septic got done the other day. Eh? Yes.
Yep, we can move in now.
Has Nathan always been a talker? Seems like being on YouTube. Really word allotment.
Yeah.
He is not a talker. Don't let him. All of his words up on YouTube and then doesn't talk to his wife when he gets.
Talk to you when I got home before I did YouTube.
Yeah, sometimes it's pulling teeth, and I
It's
like
part
to
of the
talk.
reason that I do YouTube, so she can see what I do every day. She's always asking me.
Yeah,
Just
except
go watch it.
no, I'm not gonna sit there for 30 minutes when he can give me a short synopsis of your day, but he doesn't want to.
I have always been very, very good at turning work off when I go home. Like, when I'm home, I'm not working, and I don't want to talk about work. I don't want to tell you what I did today. I'm done. Like, leave it alone. And I don't let problems or trouble that have happened at work put me in a bad mood for the rest of the day for everything that's going on at home. I just done with it. So yeah, I don't know. Except for those
leaves little room for conversation. Would you say you're an introvert or an extrovert?
I don't even know what that means. I like people, just not really.
Okay, extroverted means that, well, you could say outgoing, but not necessarily. It means that you recharge by, you get more energy either from being around other people or from chilling out by yourself.
I mean, I am more so than you.
More extroverted?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I do enjoy social interactions and going and being around people and having that atmosphere. Like when I would go to a Farm Bureau conference or FFA conferences or, you know, that type of stuff with that group of people that you only see a couple of times a year and going and hanging out, whatever it is. I enjoy that. We don't get to do that much anymore.
You always take me and expect me to talk, but I don't know anything. I didn't grow up around farming. I don't know what to talk to these people about.
Huh. Okay.
All right. Anyway, we're getting all kinds of name suggestions. Madeline. Well, we can't do that. My name is Maddie Lynn. That's not gonna work. Oh goodness, this is funny. I bet they're saying, is Brock guilty until proven innocent?
Because there's nobody else that could have done it. Except for my dad.
Did you ask him?
No, I don't talk to Dad about it.
We're not going to fire Brock over drinking his last Dr. Pepper.
We're not going to fire Brock. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you. Brian here says, Nathan, you are a lucky, in all caps, man. Remember that. Be nicer to your wife. Happy wife, happy life. That is right.
He probably also told me I'm too mean to Brock, too, so...
What is the wait time for a new custom-ordered diesel pickup truck?
No idea. Oh, she might know.
We just had somebody order one. I'm not as involved with the ordering process. I think they ordered it in December. I'll look and get back to you on that because I do see the messages. I don't think it's going to be here for a while yet, another couple months at least.
Yeah.
Just ask him, hey, how's the corn growing?
Don't ask me that.
He's not going to give me a good answer.
Good. It's
He
growing.
told me the other day, one time I commented on, on our first date, I commented that the corn looked really tall that year.
She did.
And he was like, oh, that's nice. She knows nothing about it, but at least she's trying.
It was in August, and it was 2013.
Yep.
And we had a really good year after the previous year was 2012, and we had a drought, and things were terrible. And we were driving through some really good dirt and area and stuff, and the corn looked really good. And she made a comment about it. And I'm like, yeah, I think that was just her trying because I'm a farmer and she knows it. But it was impressive.
To be fair, my grandpa was a farmer, a dairy farmer.
Yes.
But
you and your mom and your family is not.
Correct. My dad worked farming for a while, helped out on farms.
He did?
Yeah, he did. And actually, our grandparents knew each other. Grandpas knew each other. How crazy is that?
Her grandpa had a dairy farm, milked cows, and my grandpa also had a dairy farm, but he sold Surge milking equipment, and her grandpa was one of his customers. So after we'd been dating for a few months, we took my grandparents out to dinner one time, and we're riding in the car together, and she mentioned something about her grandpa, and they found out, we made that connection, and they knew each other, and my grandpa started telling all kinds of stories about him.
Yeah, that I had never heard. Something about rubbing, my grandpa ran over his knee with a tractor. I was only 3 years old at the time. And something about rubbing some udder cream or something you put on
Something
cows
for a cow
on his knee instead to help heal it. Unfortunately, my grandpa, or my mom is number 12 of 13 kids, and by the time that I was old enough to be around my grandparents on the farm, they didn't really live on the farm anymore, nor did they really have cows, so I wasn't really around it. My uncle still milked for a while,
Did
but
Robin have cows?
yeah, but I don't know, I was not old enough. I don't know if my mom really enjoyed growing up on a farm. She has lots of stories, but if you look at my mom now, you would not know that she ever grew up on a farm. But she is a hard worker.
Oh, yeah.
She'll go out and do a ton of stuff, but...
Both of your parents are.
Yeah.
There's a reason they've done so well for themselves.
This is a good idea. Can we do an experiment where the viewers decide on how much to farm on a small acre plot?
How much to farm? What do you mean by that?
See if he lets us know. Keep your wife happy, sir. I've been married for 25 years. It works. Brock deserves a full day of pressure washing for Dr. Pepper.
No kidding. That's what we should do.
No, he doesn't.
Absolutely.
No.
Outside.
What? That's so mean. And he didn't even do it. You cannot. I think he would be honest and tell you if he did it.
I do too. I kind of believe it, but I don't know who else to blame.
What do you consider to be good dirt?
Well, that's a good question. Generally, my definition of good dirt, good soil, good farmland, obviously organic matter matters. Higher organic matter would be good, but the biggest classifier for us around here is how does it lay? Is it the top of a hill where all the water is going to shed off, or is it a bowl where it holds the water in? And if it's like this, is there tile in it? Because this, a bowl, where all the water and erosion and everything has run to for the last 100 years, where all the topsoil is, but with a tile through it that it drains the excess water off, is by far the best ground that we farm. If you got a whole field that's the top of the watershed and it's all lays like this and the water's run off of it for years and years and years, there's no topsoil left. It's crap ground. It doesn't grow good crops, and you can't fix it. It's not something you can just say, oh, it just needs more fertilizer and stuff. It's not that. It's that there's no topsoil really there to speak of, and it's not going to grow stuff. It's where our house is. Where we build our house, it's the top of the hill. We're on the high spot. There's a reason that my leach field can't be in the ground more than 3 inches, and it's because we don't have any topsoil left. It's all down in the low ground back behind my parents' house, and we're going to scoop it out and drag it back up there so I can plant some grass this summer. But that's the biggest determining factor where we're at, because we're not really steep hills. We're not super rolling. It's not like parts of Iowa. It's not even like Jonesville to the north of us or some of the stuff up in Michigan, but we're not tabletop flat like we are in Berkey or south of us in the old lake bed soils. And so we have some elevation change, and that makes all the difference in the world on our ground.
Now that you have experience with both Gen 3 and Gen 4 monitors,
Yep.
Gen 3 is faster if you know it, but Gen 4 is easier for a new operator?
I don't have that much experience with the Gen 4s, so I can't say that for sure. The Gen 4s definitely had a longer learning curve for me to figure out how to set it up, and whether that's just because I was already used to a different system. Could be. I generally like it better. I think it's a better system. It's more user-friendly and a better layout and easier. But in my mind, it takes a lot longer to set up the layout and stuff. Not necessarily when I pull into a field to get set up and running, because that's actually pretty quick. But when I'm first starting a task or a job, or like the first time we go to the field with a planner and I've got to lay out all the run screens and figure out how I want everything to look and all the information and stuff that I'm looking at, that to me is the hardest part that took the longest to figure out, because you have different pages and templates, and there's groups, and there's just a lot of layers to that. And the 2630s were a lot easier from that standpoint, but not nearly as customizable and as much information on them. So I literally like the Gen 4s. We're going to move heavier in that direction as we upgrade tractors and equipment and stuff. Right now I've got that one standalone that we don't really use for that much, but really the combine's the only thing that's got a Gen 4 monitor in it. So
Brock has joined.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to text you, Brock. Yeah.
You just need to go back and watch Brock, because there's been lots of conversation about you.
People telling me I'm not mean enough.
I'm standing up for you. Don't listen to all these people that are saying...
Somebody suggested that as punishment for taking my last Dr. Pepper, you should have to power wash all day. And I said outside.
No, someone else is saying a week. It's terrible. No, don't listen to these
Thanks,
people.
guys.
That's not what was said. I'm all about being fair and truthful and honest. All right. How long has Brock been working for you?
Brock started in November, a little over a year ago.
Someone wanted to know what we're doing if we're driving, just to get away from the kids.
We were on our way home from dinner. Went out to dinner tonight for my wife's birthday. It was on Wednesday.
To Cork and Cleaver. If you haven't been there, Fort Wayne, it's very, very good. What did the John Deere technician say about the metal in the transmission screen on your AR?
Metal in the transmission screen. So that wasn't a lot. There was just one little sliver or flake or piece of metal in there. Most of that was plastic or rubber. And I sent him a picture and asked about it and stuff. And he asked me a few questions. Is it making noise? Is it shifting hard? Is it clunk? Is it rough? Any of that kind of stuff, which it's not, at least not that I have noticed. It appears to be some kind of a seal material from something, but it doesn't affect it at this point. He said if it was in their shop, they would recalibrate it and see if it did anything different, but wouldn't worry about it too much right now. So we're going to keep running it.
People are hilarious about Brock here. Brock, you have about 10 job offers, most for more pay.
Is that Jason?
No, this is somebody else. I think Brock is saying that he would like to work for me instead of you, and he appreciates me standing up for you.
Yeah. For all
Maybe
of those
some
of you
these
that think
other
I don't
people.
pay Brock, I tried giving Brock some money today for movie star money for being on my YouTube
Movie
and
star money. Then
filming
I should
for
get
me.
some.
You do. But he wouldn't take it. I tried.
I spend it. It's terrible. Did you put heated floors in the bathrooms?
The master, yes.
The boys will not be cold though.
But the thing is that there's a full heated basement underneath it, so the floors should not be cold like they are in our house now, because we're on a crawl space that's not heated. So.
Oh gosh, somebody was offering to buy us dessert.
We had dessert.
We did. It was yummy.
But thank you.
Greetings from Greece. Does the government really help U.S. farmers nowadays or not?
That's a lot to unpack right there. So right now, there has not been any one-off government programs. Back in 2019 and 20, with the trade war, the past administration, I guess, started in the low grain prices. There was a lot of agricultural payments, government payments that came to, farmers, growers of different commodities. And then when the COVID stuff hit, obviously there was some money involved there, but that was more than just farmers. That was the entire country, which caused massive inflation. Whatever, it's a whole nother, anyway. But right now, there's no one-off or special programs like that. There are still some government safety nets in place, but grain prices are so high right now that those safety nets are highly unlikely to trigger any payments in the foreseeable future, so that's not going to happen. There are some conservation programs in place that they'll pay for different things, and those can vary by location. Ohio had a program a couple years ago that paid you for doing some cover crops and banding fertilizer and different things that were good environmental practices because of Lake Erie water quality issues. We do have some filter strips and stuff that they pay for CRP and stuff. We're honestly taking that stuff out because it's not worth it anymore. All right, story time. I should just do this in tomorrow's video. Stay tuned to tomorrow's video. I'll talk about that. Somebody comment on the video that comes out tomorrow that I said I was going to talk about filter strips and government programs, and I'll remember to do it. We'll talk about it tomorrow. But we got a letter last couple weeks ago that Dad got that's just absolutely ridiculous and shows you the kind of stuff that we're dealing with and why we're not going to sign them back up anymore. But anyway, back to the government helping farmers and stuff. The biggest thing that the government does to help farmers right now is subsidize our crop insurance. So they pay for 65% of the cost of our federal crop insurance, and we cover the remaining 35-40%, whatever it is. And that's the big one. And it's one of those things that because they do that, you kind of have to buy it and take advantage of it, and it is a good safety net and protection there. Personally, my feelings are we should do away with all of it altogether and let everybody survive on their own, but apparently that's a cruel way to think about things, and it's not nice, so I'll keep it to myself. Anyway, what else you got?
Am I happy about my walk-in closet that you worked on?
Yeah, honey, are you happy?
Very much so.
She hasn't actually seen it, but I sent her pictures.
Yes. Thanks for the happy birthday, Michael. Happy birthday to you, too. Groundhog Babies Unite. How old am I now?
Dude, seriously?
Hey, I don't care.
You are not allowed to ask
I think
that.
Rylan asked if I was 25, right? That's
He
what
did.
he wanted to put on the cake. And I told him, yes, I'll always be 25. And maybe the 10th anniversary of my 25th birthday. But, How does a textured wall look and feel?
It looks like a wall, and it feels like a wall with bumps on it. I don't know.
I didn't necessarily want textured walls, but
You know how much
it'll
more
be
it costs
okay.
to have smooth walls?
Mwah,
It's
mwah.
crazy.
Brock said he did end up taking the money. Our
Oh.
kids will be getting candy or snacks.
Good.
Please do not buy our kids candy or snacks, okay? They have too much candy and snacks. They do not need more sugar. They also do not need more toys. We need to get rid of half of their toys. There's way too many. So come up with something else. But they do love you, Brock. You
They
don't
do.
need to buy their love and affection. Grandma is already jealous because she thinks that they like you better than her.
is not wrong.
I can't believe Brock has made so many comments on his 10 fake YouTube accounts.
Yes! Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's the whole deal.
Did you get the AC fixed in the 9R?
Yes. Wasn't that like last spring issue? Yeah, we did.
How do you remember these things?
How do they remember these things?
No kidding.
There was a seal or an O-ring or a fitting or something that was bad in a Freon line, and they fixed that. And yes, it's working. So, 5 to 10 minute warning, FYI. We're almost home.
We could sit in the driveway.
We can go take it in the house. We don't have to sit in the driveway.
Speaking of that, they come out a couple of months back and said that corn and soybean farmers were overpaid. Okay.
Of course they did.
Milo/sorghum and cotton farmers were underpaid.
Oh, from the government programs, you mean?
Yeah.
I can see that.
Brock, get the pixie sticks. Brock, do not.
Brock.
I will not stand up for you anymore if you're gonna buy my kids stuff like that. I'm over it. Favorite/best tractor you've ever owned?
Oh, this is a loaded question too, because it's so hard to pick. It's like choosing one of your children.
Oh my
Favorite.
goodness, that's terrible.
So my favorite tractor that we have right now is the 8R. It is so nice. It's comfortable. It's smooth. It's fun to drive. It's got an IVT. I love that tractor. It is fantastic. That said, I would trade it in a heartbeat if I could get something better or newer or different. The 8300 is awesome. It's the first, I don't know, I shouldn't say that. It's one of the first tractors I remember us buying when I was a kid. I do remember one before that. It's been around for a long time. It's been a fantastic tractor for us. It's not real useful anymore. The 4020 will never leave my farm. Like, it doesn't get used for much. It's got problems, but it will never leave. Because my grandpa bought it brand new in 1965, and it's like, that tractor stays forever. So, I mean, those are three different answers to the same question for different reasons, I guess. So
we do need some ideas on how to prank Nathan. I like this.
Hey, y'all are gonna gang up on me. This is over right now.
The government also subsidizes student loan mess. Nathan, he wants to hear about the inflation rant too. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't want to go on the inflation rant. You cannot pump billions and trillions of dollars into an economy and not expect inflation. It's just dumb if you think that that's the way it works. See, everybody don't want to do this.
Do you think that it's a pro to live in the state borders? Thank you for your nice content.
It doesn't hurt anything to live on the borders. It's just normal to me. It's not, whoa boy, let's turn the four-wheel drive on for this road. It's not unusual or anything that's ever been not normal to me. I am in 2 states every single day. I was most of my childhood. When I got to college or even in high school and was meeting people from around the state, and they're flabbergasted that you go to a different state sometimes or regularly, it just, like, what are you talking about? Like, that's normal. But especially in Michigan, where you can't get to another state very easily because you got lakes everywhere, or Canada, like, it's not normal for people to go into different states all the time. And it just, yeah. I mean, there's challenges with it, with taxes and property taxes mostly, but I don't think that would be that much different if you were on a county border. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Are the stairs fully finished now?
Yes, from my standpoint. I've got all the finish on them. I took all the tape off of that today. We've got a little touch-up painting to do, but they've got the shoe molding trim to put down around the landings and all of the hardwood that I laid down. They have to do that. And the builder is going to put the railings on. So they're all there. They're hopefully going to do that next week.
And the posts and all that.
Yeah, the posts, the newel posts and the railings and balusters and all that.
Are the kids big into carpet farming?
Not yet, no. I mean, they'll play with their tractors and stuff. Right now, they play a lot more with their Matchbox cars than they do their tractors. But it's cyclical. Sometimes it's tractors, sometimes it's cars, sometimes it's fire trucks.
To be fair, we don't have carpet that they can use.
Yeah, the carpet in our house now is not great.
It's Berber.
It'll be much better in the new house.
Tile is still cold. They'll be fine.
They will be.
We have rugs. What are corn and soybean prices right now?
Cash corn, when I looked today, was $5.99 or right around $6 for old crop. New crop was in the mid five somethings, around $5.50. I'm not sure exactly. Soybeans were $15.20. Soybeans are really high right now. Soybean price has gone crazy the last 2 weeks. We don't have much left to sell, but it is what it is. So,
how high do you think soybeans will go?
good question. I just don't think there's a lot of beans left. So if the bull market keeps running here, I mean, they could go higher or they could crash out. The acres report is going to be interesting. It comes out the middle or end of March, and I think we'll have some crazy markets between now and then trying to buy acres for this year, because corn, I know out west it's totally different, which it skews your view of stuff, because like for us, if we have a year like this where we have high nitrogen prices and inputs on corn, we're just like, screw it, we'll plant beans. A lot of people around here, I think, are going to plant a lot more beans than corn or than normal, because of the high input costs on corn. Where I don't think out west they have that mentality as much. I think they kind of lean into it and say, we're going to plant corn and produce the heck out of it. So it's just different. But at some point, those two, the corn and beans, have to fight each other in order to buy those acres for next year, because the market is clearly saying we need corn and we need beans, and where are they going to come from?
Okay, you gotta shorten your answers here, because we're getting a lot of questions. Do you feel like you live in a fishbowl with all we know? Nah.
Fishbowl? What? With all we know?
All that YouTube
knows? Not really. I try not to get too personal about stuff. No, I don't. Short answers.
What unboxing gifts could we send to Nathan that would drive him crazy?
Oh, no. Dr. Pepper and Reese's.
Brock Zuber, he has some money to spend on the kids, so what do they want?
Hey, that's Brock's house.
Oh my god.
Right over there. Not that any of you can see it, but hi, Brock.
Are you at home, Brock? I'll tell you what you can do for our kids. Take them on a Brock fun day.
Oh no, that sounds like a terrible idea.
Why not?
You want to just give our kids to Brock for a day?
Yeah, then he'll probably never have kids, but take him sledding, take him out on a gator ride. Give him whatever you want.
We could do that, Brock. I could have him. Next time I got the boys at the farm and you're around, I'm going to hook the sled up to the gator and just let you go wild with them.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to know about this. Don't get them hurt. You don't need to be driving them
do whatever you
to
want.
the hospital in the EMS.
You're perfectly qualified to care for them. Do whatever you want.
If you think tension walls are expensive now, wait 20 years when she decides that she wants them gone. Yeah. Has it stopped
Here's some
snowing?
sandpaper, honey. Yeah, the snow ended yesterday.
We don't really know how much we got. 8 to 10 inches.
8 to 10 would be my guess. The storm was a dud, if you ask me.
Gotta spoil the girls, someone's telling Brock, and they need a little 90cc quad.
Yeah, they're a little young for that yet, but there's going to be a lane to get back and forth between the farm and our house this year, so I imagine they're going to end up with a go-kart or something here in the near future.
Is the new house closer to the irrigated field? Yes.
Closer than our current house? Yes, by a lot. Like half as far.
Do we have Twin Bing candy bars there? West Central Iowa. It's one of their favorite things to get.
Never heard of it.
Nope. Brock, you need to get back to your boss because he was giving you a hard time for drinking his last. The government is about to get shaken up. The fake president will be gone soon.
We're not getting into those.
Having a boy makes you a dad. Having a girl makes you a father.
Is that right?
Cool area rug with roads to drive the Matchbox on is fun. Oh, and a Hot Wheels track down the curved stairs. Oh, well, my sister bought him this, like, PVC tube, and
like 2 years ago for Christmas, they got
the kids freaking love
tube.
This thing.
It's literally a piece of 3-inch tubing. It's clear in the middle, and all they do is race their Matchbox cars
and they
through
have this like loop-de-doo Matchbox car thing that was maybe like $10. They use it, or Hot Wheels. Yeah,
it's got a rubber band launcher thing. You pull it back and then push the trigger, and it launches the cars through this loop-de-loop. They took the launcher off of it, and they just use them to shoot them across the house.
Phil does not really watch the videos, we don't think.
I don't think so. Rarely does he comment, although he did say something to me the other day about your videos or something, so.
Corn is a good price. How high are the wheat prices?
I haven't looked at wheat prices. I don't know. We've contracted wheat ahead. We sold some last summer, and we didn't get nearly as much wheat planted as we had hoped, so we don't really have much wheat to sell, so I haven't been tracking it because it doesn't matter.
Brock says they can absolutely have a Brock day, except, Brock, you work all the time, and, like, you really want to be spending your day off entertaining my children.
No, he's going to get paid for it.
Oh, okay, well.
This is an on-the-clock day. All right, are we going inside or are we ending
Having
this?
fun, both of you. Thanks for good sharing and entertainment. Best candy bar is a Zagnut. Have you heard of that?
I feel like I have heard of that, but I've never had one.
We went to Cork and Cleaver for my birthday tonight. That's where we went.
Fort Wayne.
Yes.
Sorry, had to switch over to the home Wi-Fi now that we're home. Anyway, I bought bread to make French toast and fillets to make her a steak, and she chose French toast.
Okay, but he couldn't grill the fillets.
Yeah, I don't have a grill here because I've moved everything already, so that's
And
true.
nothing sounds good to eat when I'm pregnant, let's be honest. Someone's plowing knee-deep snow from Pennsylvania.
We had some pretty good drifts on our new house driveway this morning.
Oh, get an old pickup truck hood, flip it over, put
Yeah.
carpet and rope handles on. Holy
We
cow.
have a car hood
That's
that's all bent
slick.
up in the barn that we can do that too.
No. They've got some sleds. Do you get a like from each viewer? No. Of all the videos?
I do not. I only have 2 viewers right now.
No. Do you get a like of all the videos you posted? Do you get a like from each
171.
viewer?
Why is that going back and forth between 2 and whatever? No, because, I mean, I've only got 127 likes on this, and I bet there's been about, like, 500 of you that watched it, so hit that like button.
170. I think we had like 185 one time. I didn't really watch. Is land price insane around you?
A little
30
bit.
to 36K Canadian. I know, but still.
Yeah, it's, we're going to find out. There's an auction on the 16th here that is going to go for more than we're going to spend, but we'll find
Phil
out.
secretly watches. I don't think so.
I doubt it.
And I don't think he really wants to be in them.
We'll-
Oh, all the YouTube followers are going to help us move. Just give them a shout out.
There you go. All right, guys. We're going inside.
Have a nice evening.
Thanks for tuning in.
joining us.
We'll do one again soon. Bye. Maybe.